as we're going forward, family, our job is making sure that we maintain the connection and that we support one another in keeping the infrastructure open and supporting one another for making sure that whatever we have in one area and that others need in another area, simply what we're seeing going on in Gaza, maintaining humanitarian aid flowing. So with that, family, I'd like to go ahead and yield the call to Dr. HENDO I.L. Henderson, the ad hoc Chief Justice of the Universal World Court. He is Yahoshua Mashikah, the Son of Man, the Son of God, in the flesh. Rise and shine, sir.
Rise and shine. How do you hear me?
We hear you very clearly, sir.
Outstanding. You have a certain pause in your voice right there, and I want to make sure that you was all right. You okay?
Yes, sir. Just a little dry mouth.
Outstanding. Rise and shine. And you know, this is the United Nations call. It's actually the only call now that we do. And we do it, I would say to them, out of the courtesy of everyone on the planet. That's why it is given the title of United Nations. And just as we have always done, Joe, regardless of how many calls or where we have done the calls, we have always reverenced all of the nations on the planet by calling their names and identifying with them and acknowledging them. And I want to say to the nations, you know, we are still here. We are moving forward. We're moving fast. And even though some of the people are losing what one might classify as being hope, I know for a fact that the whole world has not yet lost any faith. They haven't lost any faith whatsoever. Reason I know that because I'm watching the faces and the actions of what's going on around the world, and I'm talking about with all of the nations. Even though some of the nation leaders are going through some major situations with their government, with just trying to keep their own would-be area intact and in order. Some of them are going through major conflicts right now. And I'm noticing that all of them, even though the conflicts are raging out of control, one might think and say, they're still holding on to knowing that the global reset will take place. It is happening. And everyone is, even though they might be somewhat drawn to want to pull back, they're still going forward. And I myself want to be the first to say to the whole entire universe, I appreciate you. I know for a fact that Allah, God of the universe, appreciates you because you're still here. He has not yet decided to take all of the oxygen off the planet. It's still here, and thereby that should give you a true way of just sitting back and relaxing and saying, the oxygen that's here. That's the sovereignty, the breath of life. The breath of life that comes from the only creator of any would-be world. You know, United Nations, I know I sometimes don't get to this point where I kind of run past it, I miss it. But I'm going to do it today. And that's, I'm going to say to you in a formal manner, this formal manner is to do nothing more than do something in an informal manner that we have already accepted of one another because we're family. But we are the World Global Network Reset Restoration Network family. And yes, we are 198 sovereign nations. And each sovereign nation makes up of 9 billion, what we know them to be sovereign principles. Every individual makes up the whole of what we are now experiencing. A world whereby it's beginning to renew itself, replenish itself, restore itself. And because of that, some of the people are not recognizing the fact that, in order for you to get to the new, you got to tear down the old. No one would find himself building a new house on top of the old house. So you got to remove the old house first. And I would tell you, remove everything. You don't want to leave the furniture sitting there on the foundation while you putting the walls up around it. You got to put a roof on the top of it. Some of us got those nice leather chairs. You don't want to find any of that would-be debris falling on your leather chair. So you got to first take the leather chairs. If you want to save them, take them to another location. But that location, you got to totally demolish it. You got to take down every wall. And I would tell you, my world, we go to the extent of even removing the nails and all of the paint chippings and all. We remove all of that. And then you got to make sure that you sweep the foundation clean. Put it back in a manner where you can start all over again. I know for a fact that even the foundations in the area that I've worked in with them doing such, we even have to bring out what one might call a concrete chipper. We crack and break up all of that concrete. The concrete is a foundation underneath the house. We would bust it up and break it up. It's got some metal bars going under that hold that concrete together that we call rhubarb. We have to remove the rhubarb. Put it back to where it's nothing more than dirt, sand, and then we can start over again. I know the world is following what I'm saying now. I need you to understand that this removal of all of the concrete and all the rhubarb, and even, I must get you to understand, you might have to load up your trucks and bring in a little bit more dirt, bring it back, just to be in order that the dirt that is there, you can level it off. If everyone is following me right now, I need you to understand that this will not be the destruction of the world, but a reconstruction of the world. It's called restoration, restoring it, repairing it, getting it ready for you to be able to start all over again, just like we did with net zero. Bringing you back to a point where we know you got bad credit. Everybody gets bad credit. After a time, you realize that you gotta get rid of it. It's all part of the restructure, the reconstruction. And that is called when you find them wiping away your would-be debt, setting you back but you can start over again. We already know that the majority of you are going to be right back in debt again because you love it. You love debt. You just think you don't. But you're going to go out and put more chairs than you need in the house. You're going to put more cars than you need in the driveway. You're going to have more pets running around the house than you can handle. Just stay with me. I'm just helping you out, United Nations, because not just one state got this problem. Not just one town got this problem. Not just one city got this problem. But the whole entire universe got the same structural problem. And all we're doing now is restoring it, repairing it. I don't know about you, but I can assure you that myself, once I get out this mess, I know you heard that before. Once I get out this mess, I ain't gonna never get back in this situation again. I know you done heard it before, but I need you to understand that there's a man that sits above the clouds. It's my Father. He trusts you. He gonna give you one more time again. He say, he gonna give you one more time again. He gonna give you one more chance. One more. That's all you need, right? You gotta hang here. Hang here. Sit right here. Hold up. Don't go nowhere now. Because if you move now, you're gonna lose your seat. Then you'll have to be trying to find someone you can play musical chairs with. I'm gonna tell you right now, the music that they playing, ain't nobody gonna get up to move around in a circle. Let me help you out. They're gonna say, not throwing to happen. They're not about to get up. They're going to sit down. The song can play long as they want to. They're not about to move because they are watching what's happening right now. Yes, the reconstruction is happening. There's some rocks that's going to be moved. Some trees are going to be moved. They got to break out a couple of canals and tear down even some bridges. Stay with me, United Nations. You know what I'm talking about. This reconstruction has got to happen, not just in Dallas, Texas, but it's got to happen in Carlsbad, Germany. Come on, somebody. So it's got to happen everywhere. You do want your new house, right? You do want your reset, right? You do want your restoration, right? And you got to prepare for the tear down, the removal of the debris, the things that are there now, the structures that are in our way. We got to fix those. We got to get rid of them, get them out. I know some of y'all, well, not my house. But if your house okay, you ain't got to rebuild it, you ain't got to reconstruct it. But you still have to do some repair work on it because we're not going to let you stay there. And you got a window out in the back. And every time the storm comes, you want us to come down there and pump it out. All that water you got flowing through the kitchen now. We ain't coming to be doing that. So I'm telling you now, repair the thing. Fix the window. You know the window is wet in the east. You know the sun gonna come in shining. So you better put something on that window that you can keep the sun out. What? You ain't got to worry about that. You know the wind coming from the north. So put something on the north window. Stop playing. I'm just helping you out, United Nations, because right now, this is going to be all about the reset. Reset. And for everyone that said they don't know about it, nobody's going to come and inform you. Not when it's happening. You're not going to get informed. You already, that's what's happening now. They're giving you, when everyone is resetting, they're not going to be informing you about the reset because they're not going to have time to be dealing with you because they're doing the reset. We're moving forward now. I'm coming close right now to an end of an annual meeting. I've had a few of my brothers and sisters with me. I don't even think they really understand the severity of the reason why we met. But they've done some work for you. They've brought you a few years ahead of where you possibly would have been behind. They done brought you there. They done brought you there. And now they're going to inform the whole world. They're going to inform, yes. All you got to do is sit there and listen. You can go up on your website. You're going to be able to do all of that. But you got to move fast. You got to move quick. But if you take too long, I told you, I'm going to say it one more time again. If you take too long, you're going to find yourself trying to play musical chairs with someone, and they are not going to get up and move because the music that they're playing, nobody's going to get up. Global reset is happening as we so speak. And it's a challenge for those that still disagree. It's a challenge for those that are still in denial. Yeah, well, the man said if you close their checkbooks and tighten up their checkbooks so they can't get in their checkbooks, they'll start listening. So I'm just giving you, let me stop there because somebody's going to say, well, he put it in a riddle and I couldn't figure it out. Let me help you out. Your financial institutions are on the way out. They're on the way to being shut up. The door's going to be shut and no man's going to be able to open them. Only one man's going to be able to open them. And I'm going to tell you now, he ain't going to open them. Not going to happen. I'm just telling you. I know some of you are going to start crying and whining. Well, I need this. I need that. I won't be able to buy the baby milk. I won't be able to get old Roscoe his. He got to have his givers and bits, nibbles and bits. He got to have them. But let me help you out. It rains on the just as well as the unjust. You're going to have to weather. You're going to have to weather the storm. Why? Because my Father's going to bring the storm. Nope, he ain't going to build no bubble or no circle for you to get in. He's just going to bring it right on through. You got to remember, my Father deals with everyone the same way. I know. He'll come back and get you, though. The righteous, he's going to come back and get you, and he's going to move you right on through it. You might have a little wet hair or something. You might have some mud between your toes, but you're going to be all right. But for the unrighteous, I must tell you, you're done. I'm just bringing you a short message today. I'm giving you the truth. I'm giving you the truth. Yes. It says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come unto his presence with singing. Yes. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that has made us and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep. We are them little tiny sheep in his pastures. I don't know, I kind of heard that from old David. You know David. Everybody knows David. David, the man, they say, he sung songs. He had proverbs. Come on, somebody. Me, I don't have all them things. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. But there's old church. I had an opportunity to visit it today, and I feel all right about it. And I feel great. Because I know that it was a church of integration. I ain't through yet. So now that I've been able to visit that church of integration, now I got to visit a mountain. And that mountain, they tell me there's a great multitude of people. And these people are mixed. They tell me it was a mixed multitude. Yeah, we're going to bring them down out of the mountain. We're going to bring them from around and behind the mountain. They're going to come up because they are the ones that have washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb. I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to go ahead and let you know, United Nations, I got you. Yeah, peace and love. And nightfall.
Thank you, Yahoshua. And thank you, family, for joining us. We will be with you next time, which would be Monday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. In the meantime, family, if darkness has fallen in your area, you know what that means? Father God's given you the opportunity to get your rest, build up your strength, and have no fears, knowing that Father God, Yahoshua, they have us. It's right on our side of the planet, family, and we're constantly working on your behalf. In fact, this week we've been working very hard on your behalf. I do want to thank all of those that have been working so hard, because great things are happening, family. We love you, and we leave you with John 17:14 through 17. I, Yahoshua, have given them your word, Father Yah, and the world has hated them, because they are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. I do not pray that you should take them out of the world, but that you should keep them from the evil one. They are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. Sanctify them by your truth, Father Yah. Your word is truth. With that, I I yield.